So I just finished transferring the wort with the pump to the fermenter. I'm monitoring the temperature right now, just as it stabilizes, make sure it's not too hot. And then I'll pitch the yeast, which I have prepared the starter with. And so far, I'm getting a 1.066, which is about 5, 6, 7, 8, 8.5, about 8% beer. This is going to be a British brown ale. I brewed it with my recipe. I gave it an extra kick, 10-gallon batch, but just our normal brown ale recipe that's on the block. But I changed it up a little bit. I put a pound of this, no, 2 pounds, I think, of this sugar, which pretty sure brought this thing up a little bit, because this is supposed to be like a 5.5, 6% beer, so that kind of bumped it up to around 8, which is gonna be nice to have a little bit stronger beer. I like stronger beers. As soon as this thing is stable, pitch the yeast. By the way, I picked this up. Some guy was getting rid of his equipment. He's moving, so I picked it up. This for $50, but we also have the beer wiener, which I made myself. That's not fully utilized right now, because I want to test this unit out. I'm just curious how, at the commercial level, how they built these, like how they built the interface, stuff like that. I built mine differently. This has some pros and cons, and mine has some pros and cons. For example, mine, I think this logs information to internal memory buffer, because you have to go through the menu and say upload, and then it uploads it to SD card, which is here. Mine logs it live. There's no buffering. It's just you put the memory card in there. There's a loop in the program. It will detect to let you know if the memory card's in there or not. It will display it if not. And then another cool thing is you can reset the data on mine as the program is running, so that if you're doing any calibration stuff, or you're waiting for the environment to stabilize before you start taking clean data, you can reset it and have like this, versus this starts logging whatever when you clean it on. So even something like this doesn't have features that this thing has. And with this, we can change the temperature with the up and down, dedicated up and down buttons. So I can change the target heating temperature, like just by pressing this while the program is running. Nothing like this. Here, I think you have to go to the program and change it. So there's some differences. I also have an external temperature sensor and an internal one. So that allows you to compare the environment, right? An external versus the internal. It allows you to record the environment of where the fermentation is happening, and then also you're recording the actual fermentation itself. So it's an extra data point that's nice to have, that this doesn't have, because this only has one temperature sensor. Mine has 2. So there's, this is custom made, and this is a commercial level. I believe this allows you to do both heating and cooling. And I'm not sure why this company folded. It looks like a nice device. Maybe it was unreliable or didn't have good technical support. Not sure. But I'm just going to record to see how this works and how it logs the data, and take the memory card out and upload it to like a statistical and program like R or Python, whatever, to do some plots on a C. I'm just curious how it stores the actual data itself. And then I can do whatever I want with it after that. But yeah, the fermentation is over. We're just going to wait until this stabilizes, stops going up. I think I stopped the cooling process a little bit too early, but it finished. It's still adequate. Temperature's not too high. This British ale yeast can handle that temperature, but I'm just going to wait until it about stabilizes a little bit more, an hour or two, and then I'll pitch it through the top. And then I put a tube over it with a blow-off mechanism and for the CO2 gas, and that's it. We're done.